So, welcome to the TheBlkScript Storytellers. My name is Kevin Marable, and today we have an amazing talent with us from Texas. His name is Jermarcus Hartsfield Sr. How's it going, Jermarcus? How are you doing, man? How's everything going with you?
Everything is happening so fast at the moment, bro. But I'm great. I'm in great spirits. The stars are aligning, bro. Like the
Good.
stars are really aligning for me at this point. But we had that feeling last year, the team and I. We said this would be that breakout year, and so far, it's starting off that way. So
Amen.
we thanking our creator for that,
Yes, sir, man. Got to thank God for that. Starting off January strong, 2024. I'm sure you got a lot of goals in place, things that you want to accomplish.
Yes, sir.
A lot of films and hopefully TV shows and all these auditions that you're going out for.
Yes, sir. A bunch. It's 4 that we did last year that's not even out yet. So
Okay,
it's
don't tell me quite yet because I'm
yeah.
gonna get to that. I'm gonna get
Oh,
to
okay. Go.
yeah.
Go.
But first and foremost, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for joining, man. I truly
Yes, sir.
appreciate your time and you being willing to want to talk to me and speak on what it is that you do
Yes,
and
sir.
what your aspirations are as an actor.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
but I like to start off every interview with a very simple question. Like I said, it's very simple, but for some
Right.
people, they might find it difficult to answer. Are you ready?
Already.
All right. The question is, who is Jermarcus Hartsfield Sr.?
The question of the year. Man, it changes with the year. But for now, well, I'm a father for always and forever first. A father. I'm a rising actor for now. I always say for now because we never know what the future holds.
Absolutely.
A student of the game.
Mm.
I love to study the people from Dallas, the Dallas area. I'm from Marlin, Texas, but I currently work out of Dallas, DFW area.
Okay.
So some of the greats around here, like Tyrone Bettis, we were just speaking, Corey Espy, Corey Pratt. I study those guys just to, my guy Jared Tucker, man. I'm really a student of the Dallas film world right now. Like, and it's a grateful guy. I'm grateful, and I'm spiritual in nature. Everything goes to the Creator, brother. Like that's
Amen.
who I am, first
Amen.
and foremost, and last.
Right. First and last, man, all the way
First and
through.
last. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes.
what's up, man. So let me ask you, how long have you been acting?
I got my first stage play. I want to say 2019. Um, let's say 2018. I remember it was Shattered Love. I got casted for a role in a movie called Shattered Love by Corte, one of the great directors out here. So about 5.5 years now. I've been I've quit twice. I've walked away from it.
Yeah.
But each time, man, the roles got bigger and bigger. So
Mhm.
I'm like, man, this is something I might need to focus on. And
Mm.
my God, it's here. Like the rise is here. Like we in the elevator. We don't know what floor it's gonna stop on, but it's going up. So
Hey, I like that,
I'm
man.
just grateful to be in the elevator with the people that that support me, and man, it's gonna push, man. We not stopping on no floors. The Creator stop it all.
I
So
hear
wherever He take it, that's where we going.
I like that, man.
Yeah,
I like how you said we in the elevator and we
yeah,
going
man.
up.
We're in the elevator, bro, and it's going up. It's on the bottom floor,
Right.
but we
Right.
we we going up.
Hey, you ain't on the bottom floor no more, man.
Right, right. Yeah, we somewhere, but I don't know.
You out of the garage now.
Yeah,
You at least on ground level.
yeah. I ain't on the loading dock no more. You hear me?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yes,
For sure.
sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
that's what's up. So okay, so you got your start in theater. And I did a little digging. I did a little bit of research on you. You've done
Thanks.
about 3 or 4 plays. Am I correct?
Let's see. Burning Flame. Um, Beautiful Gift, Ugly Truth.
Okay,
Um,
3 right there.
yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
3 or 4. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, so getting your start in theater.
Mhm.
Would you say that that helped you progress into acting on camera?
I would say just cause I like the since the shorty, since we was hooping, I've always played to the crowd.
Hmm.
I love playing the home games, you know. So the theater world, the audience is right there.
Yeah.
Like you can hear when they don't like something, you can hear when they love something, when you're actually funny. I love the real time of the theater, you know, versus having to wait to see the comments after the movie done drop. The
Right.
real time world of the theater, it's a shock and awe.
Mm.
It's an adrenaline rush to not mess up, you
Right.
know. So, and you there with your partner or whoever you're on stage with, and it's like it's like you're in a fish tank, man. And I know where you at, you know where I'm at. No matter where we are, I can see you. Even if you drop a line,
Hmm.
we know what part of the story we on. So it's like we all in the elevator.
Right.
Even if we don't look at the numbers, we know where we are when it go bing, you know. So when the lights up, it's that adrenaline rush. You got the butterflies for like the first minute or so. Then
Yeah.
you get that crowd reaction, and then you cruise control, man, and just give it all you got. Leave it there on the stage.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And what was your introduction into theater? How did you get invited on to be an actor on stage, or was this something that you sought out yourself?
I was in love with a girl, brother. I was in love with this girl. Um, and in my relationships, I try to find a way to connect. So I think I went to one of her rehearsals one day, just to see.
Mm.
And her friend is Corte, the guy who gave me my first shot in this.
Okay.
And he was like, "Man, I got a role for you. Uh, just show up." So I showed up. So about the first two rehearsals, it was like, I don't know if I should have gave the guy this role, but I was just, I was trying
Yeah.
to feel my way through. But then I seen how everybody else was like. I said, "Oh, I need to up the scope."
Mm.
About the third rehearsal,
Mm.
everybody was in there crying, and I knew, yeah, I'm here now. Yeah, I knew what I needed to do, and he always got me. He always coached me, and it's
Right.
stuff that I'm still learning, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm never gonna learn all this, brother. But the fun is learning.
Right.
The fun is the journey of just every day is something new.
Hmm.
Like so, but I was in love with a girl, and yeah, she
Yeah.
has my child too. So
Okay.
we talk often, and I tell her, man, thank you, because it's because of what we was engaged in. I even got introduced to this world.
Right.
So um, I don't know, man. I put one footprint in the sand, and God took the other two, and we gone. We gone, man.
He
We gone.
he ushered you into that elevator, man.
Man, bro, I really I never grew up saying I'm gonna be an actor. We didn't have theater classes or nothing in my school.
Mm.
It wasn't until I met her that that's why I have to give her credit. I
Yeah.
met her and I went to a rehearsal and he looked at me. I guess he saw the talent. There was also a guy here by the name of DeMarcus Bailey and Derek Pointer. They
Hmm.
was like, "Hey, you natural." Well, Derek Pointer said he's a great writer out of Dallas, Texas. You're natural, bro, but we gotta tweak some stuff. Okay, we can
Okay.
work with that. DeMarcus said, "You're gonna be a star one day. Just keep at it." And this all in 2019.
Mm.
And to see their words and their belief and all of their encouragement, to see that I'm finally in that elevator and it's rising,
Yeah.
but I can't. I'm still shocked, bro. Like I have an assistant, bro.
I know. I
You
know.
feel me? Like that's
I
how
know.
busy the schedule is now, man. Like
Hey, but that,
you know,
hey, God is good, man. And
all the time, brother. All
when
the time.
when you show up and you show that this is something that you want, and you stay determined at it, you have that drive and that passion, and you're consistent.
Yeah,
God will put those opportunities in front of you, and
that's it, brother.
will give you it might seem like more than you can handle, but it's really what you can handle, and
Yeah,
even more. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's the thrill of it, though.
Right.
Like, man, I'm built for this.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, I got to get up and go to Houston. That's 3 hours away just for a rehearsal, bro. That's how much I love it.
Hey.
Like,
Yeah.
just for a play that we got out there in February. So
Wow.
it's the grind, man. Like, I just got done doing monologues today for another. Right before me and you, I was just doing a monologue. Like,
Wow.
it's just that grind
Yeah.
and the will to be just something that my kids can look at when I'm gone.
Mm.
That was now that I'm in it, I pick and choose the movies. They can be like, man, that's daddy. Or they can tell the grandparents that, the grandbabies, that's your grandfather up there. Because TV gonna be around forever.
Right.
This podcast, this show, they're gonna always be able to find it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
this was one of those things that was like, man, God, I see what you're doing. I was nervous about it at first because it takes so much time, away from the babies that you gotta find the balance.
Right.
You gotta find that balance.
Well, let me let
Hard.
me let me stop you there real quick, and let me
Okay.
ask you, because I've asked one other person this,
Okay.
but I'm glad that you mentioned it. When it comes to fatherhood,
Ooh.
um, how difficult is it to balance, working towards becoming an actor, being that you are not quite yet established yet. You're still working that grind.
Right.
You,
Right.
you- you're still on that journey to becoming an established actor. How difficult is it to balance or juggle the two, between fatherhood and perhaps even work, and then
Okay.
also to pursue your dreams?
It's difficult on the scale of until everybody has the understanding that daddy's not missing this because he's somewhere drunk.
Right.
Daddy's not missing this because he's somewhere with girls and gambling and doing drugs. He's missing this because he's working for us.
Right.
So once I built that into them, it became like easy. And once I send their mothers my schedule, so their mothers know, like, hey, I'm not playing, man. Like, it's no I'm really out here busy. Like, I
Yeah.
really got to be here. I'm not ducking and dodging, but sometimes I get to bring them with me. So it's the money's not there, but they definitely see that daddy's working towards something, and
Yeah.
and he's not just he's not missing the first half of our game because he just don't want to show up. And that's what they would tell you. Like, man, if daddy ain't there, daddy working.
Hmm.
And I had to tell her I may not be perfect, but I'm very present. Like, and they know if mama call, daddy coming.
Oh yeah.
For us the trouble side. If mama call, daddy coming. Like, that ain't. It's not gonna be a week later. It's not gonna be a day later. It's gonna
It's
be
gonna be that
daddy's coming.
that day.
So that understanding there, they're great kids. So
Mm.
it's like the little trouble they get into is the little trouble I got into.
Right.
Like, so we can't forget the kid in us
Mhm.
as fathers. We got to remember, like, man, I was one sure age, bro. So I don't whoop my kids.
Right.
It's always a conversation to be had and a lesson to be taught.
Absolutely.
I teach hard lessons.
Mhm.
I had an incident where one of my sons wanted to try weed.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Mama called me. I'm there in 30 minutes. It was probably a hour drive, but I was there in 30 minutes, and I took him. I took him. I took him to our old neighborhood, and I showed him a star.
Mhm.
There used to be a star, and one night he went to a party, and he smoked something that he didn't see, got rolled up,
Mhm.
and now he's walking around town. I said, son, that could be you,
Mhm.
because all it takes is one time. You only get one time in this life to mess it all the way up, and that is what they're gonna remember you by
Right.
forever and a day. You can do 99 good things, but here come time 100, you mess up major, and that's all it takes. So that shocked him and that scared him. He ended up becoming one of the top 50 linebackers in Texas. So
Wow.
it's like, in on the 2A level. So it's
Wow.
like, man, like, bro, if daddy don't show up when mama called, what could this be?
Yeah.
What could that have turned into if I'd have just whooped him? Never taught them the lesson.
Right.
Because, whoopings on the table. Whoopings on it made me aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it made me more like aggressive to whatever.
Yeah.
But if I'd have got the understanding of why this is happening, and I no doubt I was bad as ever, bro. I deserve probably every one that I got. That's no victim here. But as I became a father, I realized that an effective tool is communication, like tough, and you can never lie.
Right.
Like if the older they get, they can start to see through.
They're gonna remember it.
Yeah, they're gonna remember the BS and like, man, daddy said this, but this ain't that,
Right.
or daddy telling us not to do this, but daddy got that. So I try to keep it as honest. I don't Google Gaga my kids. Whatever age you can understand, I'm talking to you like you a man. Or I got 5 boys and 1 girl,
Oh
and
wow.
she kind of like the leader of the camp, but from the smallest one all the way up to the 18-year-old. They kind of getting that understanding that, man, that is, he is what he is, and he's gonna work until he get it. And
Yeah, you're leading by example,
yeah,
man.
whatever I can say, whatever I told him I'm going to do, I've done it.
Right.
So with this, I didn't tell him that it was gonna be a movie star. I said I'm just gonna be the best I can be,
Right.
and just keep watching because I'm coming. Because we was raised by Kobe and MJ and them.
Yeah.
We was raised by, when you see a Tyrone Bettis, when you see a Corey Pratt, you don't hate on those guys. You hit the gym.
Right.
When they better than you, when Kenneth Gardners and all the guys around here and the Draper Winstons, when they're you get in your gym and you get in your bag. That's how I was raised. That's how I come up. So that's the thing for me. That's what I teach them about their father. Like, when you see somebody doing better than you don't you clap for them.
Right.
You first clap for them, and then if that's what you want to do, you learn from them.
Right. And
Ask questions.
you
Yeah,
aspire to
man,
be
yeah, bro.
the same or greater.
Yes, sir. At the end of the day, it's a friendly competition. Because if they came to me and needed me, I'm there. But when
Absolutely.
we step in them audition rooms, I'm trying to beat you. I don't when they when it's tip off, I'm trying to beat you. Now I'm not gonna say we all together in this, because that don't work like that in business. I'm sorry,
Well,
but
let me
yeah,
ask you this. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but let me
uh,
ask you this, because yeah, I see where you're going,
yeah.
and I want to touch on this as it pertains to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Let me see how can I say this? Is it highly competitive in Texas?
Since Texas is growing as a film, not and it's just, I'm just going to speak on Dallas right now because that's where I kind of work out at.
Hmm.
It's very you say competitive, right?
Yes.
Because it's growing.
Yeah.
You got your writers, your writers are breaking out, your producers are breaking out, new directors. So it's big, but it's small.
Yeah.
So you got to find your way to be competitive, but also be there for people who want to work with you as well. I don't tell people to be humble. I'm always grateful though,
Mm.
because we black, and that's the first thing they tie us to. Man, hey, you are here, the athlete. He's a very humble guy. Okay,
Right.
what about no. I ain't that. Because if you come up with a plan, I'm gonna give you that business. But I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
The creator gave me this. I can't be humble because it comes from him.
Mm.
He takes it away. He grants me the mind and the wherewithal to get to walk in these rooms. I walk in the rooms with him. Like, I already got the role.
Yeah.
Like, so when I'm auditioning, I'm knowing one or two things. You already know who you want for this role. You got them in mind, but I'm here to change your mind.
Hmm.
So, as far as competition goes, I think that's what makes Dallas the best in the world to me, because it's like we're competing and not hating. Like,
Right.
we're in that. We'll all go play 5-on-5 together.
Yes.
As far as auditions and movies go, But when the game is over, yeah, well, of course we're trying to win. But when the game is over, we can pick up the phone.
Hey,
We like, bro,
congratulations.
brother, congratulations. Or on the other end, hey man, I cannot pull these emotions out for this script. Can you get me there? No problem.
And I
Like,
like,
so I'm like, that's what I love about it. Like,
yeah,
that's what I love about
I love that about the guys that I've talked to from Texas
it. Yes, sir.
is not only are you guys highly competitive, you're also highly confident, which I
Yes,
love.
yes, sir.
Because confidence is one of the keys that you need to have going into an audition and being an
Yes, sir.
actor. You have to be sure that the part is yours before you walk through the door, uh,
Even if it's not, man,
even
you
if it's
gotta
not.
own it, brother.
But
Yeah.
I love the fact that you guys, even though it's highly competitive and there is a lot of a lot of space for um, for other people to come in and wipe
Oh,
that role, or
yes,
whatever, but you guys lift each other up
yes,
instead of choosing to punch each other down or
yes,
or hate on the next man or the next woman.
yes.
And you're finding a way to lift each other up because you see that this is
Hmm.
a rising space for Texas, and
Yes,
you all have that common goal in mind of
yeah,
making it one day. So I
yeah.
definitely applaud you guys for that.
Yeah. It's definitely once you get to a certain level in this,
Yeah,
you learn how to work together for the whole team of Dallas
right.
versus just I'm the first one to do this. I'm the first one to make it out.
Yeah,
Nah, brother, like it's never a first to do anything because somebody's done it before you.
absolutely.
Whoever started it, okay, that's the first.
Hmm.
But as technology grow,
Hmm.
as new writers come, as new ideas pop,
Hmm.
it's always new. It's always new opportunity.
Yeah,
So that's how I look. It's never, man. Oh man, he got that role and I didn't. Nah, brother, I'm gonna go find my way to figure out what went wrong in my audition. What did I not do, and who can I study next?
hmm,
So your bag will get full. You always, because you never know what the director gonna tell you. As a director, you gotta. As an actor, I have an underlying understanding of your script,
hmm,
but as the director, you may see something different.
right.
So I come in acting one way, cut. I need you to do it like this, and if you can't, then you ain't been in the gym.
Yeah,
If he needs you to be funny and you can't, go to the gym. And
right.
what I mean by the gym is watch YouTube,
Yeah,
call people.
right,
Man, it's all read, like study the goats the millionaires that do this.
right. Get an
You know,
acting coach.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, acting coaches, all of that, man, is that's part of the grind and the investment.
right.
But you gotta be careful too, because everybody can say they're acting coach, and you end up paying for something that ain't.
Well, yes. So for that point, you want to make sure that whoever is your acting coach is somebody who's already in the business.
Yes,
You
sir.
you've seen their work, or you've been referred to them by other actors who have been coached by this acting coach. You don't
Yes,
want
sir.
to just go with somebody off the street and think that it's going to work for you, and
Yes,
you
sir.
don't really know their history or you don't really know their background if they've done
Uh-huh.
it before.
Right, right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to do that. But I like also the things that you mentioned as far as calling some of your friends that are actors,
yeah.
um, watching some YouTube videos and getting some pointers, just like watching this video here.
Yes, sir.
You can gain some pointers or some ideas of things that you maybe otherwise wouldn't have thought of trying. Uh,
Right.
and so, yeah, there's definitely different avenues that you can take to better your craft and to keep pushing forward
Yes.
and not get stuck in the mode of
Yeah.
feeling sorry for yourself
Yeah.
because
Ah, yeah.
you got rejected for a role.
Yeah. Oh man, that comes with it, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna be more no's than yes in this business because
yeah,
every just like GMs and owners, they kind of know. They've been watching the draft. They know who they want, and they don't always get it right.
right.
But when they do, oh man, you got a powerful movie coming. That's what casting directors are there for.
Yeah,
Like
it's
some,
that chemistry.
It's that chemistry that they look for. They got their own style, and you just sometimes you may not fit their style
Right.
of play. If you like to slam dunk and you 7 feet tall, you can't play for Golden State.
Right.
You got to be able to be small and shoot. So you find what works for you, and you plan your work and you work your plan, brother. That's all it is to it, man. Like,
Teamwork, man. Teamwork
man,
makes the dream work.
we built up until March, man. We busy till March.
I understand that you are a a wizard at learning your lines or memorizing your lines, and I'm sure a lot of that came from being on stage because you have to know your lines.
A
You,
wizard.
that I pulled
That's
that
good, brother.
word. I pulled that word out of my hat. You know what I'm saying? But as far as you're really good at memorizing your lines,
Yes, sir.
and staying on point and not missing the goal, so to speak, when it
Yes,
comes
sir.
to getting the lines right.
Yes, sir.
Um, I guess where I'm going with this is you learned a lot of that from theater first, and then of course you're able to utilize that on camera.
Yes, sir. Because one thing about the lines is somebody else on stage with you.
Hmm.
So you there. If you mess up a stage play, to me, they're not gonna say he messed it up. They're gonna say, man, that production sucked.
Yeah.
So I learn my lines for my people that I'm in the scene with first.
Right.
Then I circle back and I study for me.
Mm.
And then I read the whole thing through so I know what part of the story is going to always be. In case I forget,
Right.
I know how to, oh, okay, we're at this part of the story.
Hmm.
So now once you know the conversation, you know your body goes back into the work that you put in. I put in a lot of work with these lines because I don't just read them because I'm not reciting poetry.
Right.
I study them. Like
Mm.
how can I inflict this, or how can I say this, or should I be low here? Should I be high? Am I in pocket? So a wizard, man. I was like, wow, that's a great word. But because I studied so much, man. Like it's some people can do it in 5 minutes. Some people it take weeks.
Right.
But for me, I feel like if I ain't putting in time,
Hmm.
I'm not doing nothing to be successful.
Yeah.
So it's iPad or paper scripts and highlighters and pens for me, man. And I learned the conversation. I always read it through 3 times
Yeah.
because I learned just my scenes. Then I go back and I learn my partner lines that's in the scene, and then
Right.
I go back and read the whole story through. So not only did now I know where we are,
Hmm.
I'm able to help my scene mate
Right.
become better because I'm coming at 100% every time.
Hmm.
Don't worry about how I'm coming. I'm never going to come less than my best, even if it's practice, even if it's a table read, even if it's just rehearsal. Just so you know, when I'm on stage with you, I'm not going to surprise you. Oh, he didn't do that in practice.
Right.
No, he does that in practice.
Yeah.
So now when we get in front of the home team, it's game time. We moving the ball like and
Yeah.
and that's what make I love rehearsing lines, brother. I'm not gonna lie. My kid looked at me driving one day, talking to myself, and you kind of get that. I know he was staring at me, but when I looked over at him, he was like, I was like, my bad, but I got lost in the script, man. He said that I know, because I was actually talking to myself. So it was like I was reciting his lines and my lines, like going back and forth.
Right.
And that's just what I do, man. Like on my way to Houston tomorrow, I won't listen to no music. I'll just go over my lines over and over and over. Just me envisioning the whole play, the whole thing out. And it seemed like it make my ride quicker too.
Yeah.
So because I'm so locked in on that moment that, I always want to show up. Even if it's rehearsal, you kind of want to show up without the paper or the script. So
Right.
they know you mean business. Like, Oh my God, he know the lines already. This is the first rehearsal. Oh, once I got the director there,
Yeah.
that it's reputation. Like, oh, that guy's gonna come ready.
Right, because you also want to give that impression, like, of course, like you said, you want to come ready.
Yes, sir.
You want to let the directors know, like, oh, this is a guy that I can keep around for,
Yes,
not just this play, or not just this film, or not just
that's it.
this TV show.
That's it, right there,
I
brother.
can have him.
Yeah,
I know he is going to give me 110% every project I throw at him.
every time. That's
And
the only reputation I want, brother.
yeah,
Like anything outside of he gonna show up, do his job, and go home, they lying.
right, right,
If you heard anything else other than that, they not talking about Jermarcus Hartsfield Sr.
yeah,
Like, he gonna show up, he gonna give it all he got, he gonna be prepared, and he gonna go home after that. He not bringing no drama to my sets. He not talking about other sets on this set.
right.
He's just in his zone.
Yeah,
And
you're in tune. You're
and
in.
what's funny,
You're in
me and
character.
actually another great out here, Jerry Tucker,
Hmm.
when I was already on set, right? And that's my boy. We normally slap five when we see each other. He walked in. He's the main character of this movie that we're in. I can't speak on it because it's a thing. All right, so we both like, damn, my dog didn't speak to me. So after it was over, I said, bro, we good? He said, yeah, I thought, yeah, we good. It just, I know you. He
Right.
said, you always locked in. So I didn't come speak to you because I know you locked in, but I didn't go speak to him because I know he be locked in.
Mm,
So, but it was funny how we came at the end and was like, bro, I ain't mean no disrespect by not speaking. We just both know from each other's work ethic that we're probably over there in our head and we don't want to disrupt that. Cause
right.
I show up in character when I show up.
Mm,
From the time we ready, probably an hour before that, till it's over. I'm in character, and it's no coming out of that until we gone.
it's
Like
go
and, and
time.
and that's the I feel like that's the Kobe way. I
Mm,
always say that. I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. That's
yeah.
the Kobe way.
Got
Show up,
that Mamba mentality, man.
yeah, the hour too early.
Yep.
Get locked in, get your space, stay out of everybody's way, and just do your job the best you can. And
Now,
that's it. Get a ring.
yeah. Now you were nominated for best actor in a stage
Yes.
play.
Supporting actor.
Okay,
Supporting.
best
Yeah.
supporting actor.
Yeah, I had to say it like that because you got lead actor, then you
Right.
got supporting.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You got to give credit where credit's due. So
Yes,
most.
sir. Yes, sir.
But yes, just the simple fact that you were nominated showcases
Hmm.
the drive and the passion and the commitment and dedication that you have to this craft. Um, and I can just tell, just based off of speaking to you, how serious you are, because it's not an act when I say it, or when you say it, because what you're explaining kind of, it just rolls off the tongue. You don't have to think about it. This is
Oh,
this is a process that you already do, and which makes it a lot easier for me. I'm just
yeah.
going to tell you, it just makes it a lot easier for me to let you go and actually say, speak your piece, because you are dropping gems and not even realizing
Brother,
it.
brother,
Yeah,
nominated, man.
yeah, but
Nominated.
and,
That
and
almost bring tears to my eyes, bro.
right,
Nominated,
but this
bro.
is just the beginning for you. So
Yes, sir.
just know, keep the accolades in the back of your mind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can tell you're a humble guy.
Yes, sir.
You don't really like to be braggadocious or boast about it. But still keep that accolade in the back of your mind, and just know that there's going to be more to come,
Yes,
as
sir.
long as you stay dedicated and committed to this craft, and honing your craft. And you know every floor, we're going to keep this elevator theme
Every,
going. Every floor that you hit is going to be more coming, more coming, more
yes, sir.
coming, until, and if this is a goal of yours, until there's going to be a day to where you're going to hear that ding, and you're going to get off on that floor, and that they're going to call your name,
They gonna call my name, brother.
and the awards are gonna come.
I like that, man. It's gonna hear that dang and hey, dinner ready.
Right, dinner ready.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
God,
man.
bro, nominated. Wow.
Yeah, but okay. So outside of acting on stage, you've been in 5 independent feature films, with one being the lead role, which is
Yes, sir.
Knee Deep, and
Lord.
you play Gotti.
Yes, sir.
Um, I had the opportunity to watch the film.
Yes.
Dope film, man. You did an amazing performance.
Thank
Uh,
you, sir.
and to your point, how you were saying earlier, should I say my lines like this? Should I be low in this tone? Should I be high in this tone? Um, should I be a little bit more animated when it's time to be animated? I could see that
Yes,
when
sir.
watching the film, and watching your performance.
Thank
Um,
thank you so much.
so
Thank you.
so everything and that's why I was saying earlier, I can tell because watching your performance and then talking to you, the two match up. It's not one or the other, uh,
Right.
and so I can definitely see that. And it's just a matter, you keep working at it. It's just a matter of time before you start landing,
Yes,
larger
sir.
and more major roles for sure.
Yes, for sure.
But back to Knee Deep, if we
Okay.
could. Your character is Gotti. If you
Yes,
could,
sir.
to the audience, please explain your character and what the film is about.
The film is a neighborhood. I'm a hood romantic story.
Yes.
Like there's not a woman that hasn't that haven't been with, or a majority of women
Uh-huh.
would love a Gotti, or they have been with a Gotti, or um, if you come from those poverty stricken resident areas,
Right.
you've seen a Gotti, you've seen a kingpin, which actually, let's take that back. You haven't seen the kingpin.
Mm.
You've seen the dealers. You've
Yes.
seen the middleman.
Hmm.
But the guy who really runs the operation, you rarely see.
Right.
That's Gotti. But Gotti finds love,
Hmm.
and he's trying to balance street life and romance. And the love of his life wants to become in the streets.
Mm.
And at first, he's like, "Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Like you the girl I passed by. You reading books.
Right.
Like you're a straight A student, and you want to be a part of this."
Yeah.
So he tries his best to
To keep her away.
to keep her away. But women, some
Yeah.
women, whatever they man on, they own times two.
Right.
So so Chastity is the name of the girl that Gotti falls in love with, and man, the roller coaster begins once he says yes. I'm gonna introduce you to the game,
Yeah.
and from there it's just Gotti was just a mistake after mistake after mistake, but trying to correct it. A toxic, handsome thug, but gangster. Let's say gangster. Thugs are
Right.
different than gangster. So he's from what I read in the comments from across. My God, that's what got me in the elevator, bro. Gotti got me in the elevator, and from reading the amount of share, I think the writer Kendra King,
Hmm.
she posted the second one that's coming out, Too Knee Deep. And it's got like in 2 days maybe 2,000 people waiting to see part two,
Wow.
and bro, it's only gonna grow. Like it's today. What's today, the 19th or 18th? So
Today,
it's only, is this the 18th or 19th?
the 19th.
So yesterday it made 1 month since it been out,
Man.
and in 1 month since that, oh my God, man, Knee Deep. I want everybody to go see it because it's like You have a cousin, you have an uncle, you have an auntie or a grandfather or grandmother that have been in these positions.
Right.
If not yourself, you've
Right.
been in love with that guy. You want the tough guy. You want the bad guy from the neighborhood.
Hmm.
Or the tough guy always gets the CNN or the RN or the LVN, the nurse, the college girl. And
Right.
somehow they end up falling, their worlds end up,
Colliding.
and
Yep. Hmm.
coming together. But also when they collide, they really collide on the good side and
Yep.
the bad.
Yeah.
You get the emotional roller coaster of his life
Hmm.
versus her life.
Yep.
So it's a bro. It's people that say they don't watch it 3 or 4 times
Wow.
just to go back and see, like, man, did I miss something?
Yeah.
And my DMs are Gotti's DMs are wow. I've seen some wild stuff.
Well, let's say to
Yeah.
your character, to the fact that when the average viewer, when they view a character and they
Hmm.
fall in love with that character, um, they start to believe that you yourself are Gotti. And
Yes.
just like Denzel in Training Day, or
Yeah.
um, you know, people who have characters that uh, precede them,
Yes,
and
sir.
they're a lot stronger than they
Yeah.
imagined it would be. So
Yeah.
their actual personality
It's
gets
totally different.
overshadowed
Yeah.
by their character. So I'm sure the DMs that you speak of, you're missing. You're actually getting a lot of
Or you like that in real life.
yes, yes,
Bro, you played that way too good. Uh
yeah,
there's some truth to that. Like those kind of comments or DM, like, bro, there's some truth to your character. I'm like, bro, I'm
right,
just a father, bro. Like, that's all I am, man. Like, that guy, I just embodied the role.
right,
Like, because I grew up seeing those kind of guys. I
yeah,
grew up, my dad was one of those kind of guys. My uncles were one of those kind of guys.
mm,
Not on that level, but the street oriented guys.
yeah, to a
So
degree, for
yeah,
sure.
it was easy to embody. It was easy to look at and be like, yeah, let's give this a try.
Hmm.
When she said I got the lead role, I just talked to the director, AD, man. He plays King, the other guy.
Okay. Yeah,
He actually, man, taught me something. He directed and acted in it. So I just, before we logged on, I said, brother, you did one amazing job, man. You directed and acted.
yeah,
And he replied back, bro, I told you back then this character would take you to different places, which he did.
hmm,
But he said, I never saw this because he sees the response that the world is giving us right now. They actually think, the one thing in my DMs is they actually think me and Chastity, Gotti and Chastity are actually a real life thing. Like,
so you know what? Yeah, I
what?
don't even have to say it, man. But y'all's chemistry on
Yeah.
screen,
Yeah.
like, okay,
Bro,
okay,
we barely talk, man, outside of work, man. Like, it's strictly professional, bro. Like,
yeah,
but it'd be funny to read, like, y'all go together for real. Did y'all really do it? Like, no, we didn't really do it. No,
oh
baby, that's
man,
not how that works, man. Shout out
right,
to the camera guy, Ken Clark. He made it look real,
yeah,
So, that's just some of the things that come with this business. That, like, I do it. Like, Tommy Egan will be Tommy Egan forever. Ghost will be Ghost forever.
yes,
Kanan will be 50 Cent will be Kanan forever to me because
yes,
they embody those.
those roles for
Yeah,
sure.
Notori Naughton. That a name?
Yes,
She will
yep,
always be Tasha.
yep,
Like,
always.
I saw Will Smith will always be the Fresh Prince or Mike Lowry to me.
Yeah, right.
So it's just, I think I caught that with just Gotti, but it's another one that's coming. They might forget. I
This
hope
is
I can
this
maintain
is
this.
just the beginning for you, man.
Yeah, bro.
And you're just now growing your fan base.
Yes,
So
sir.
just the fact that you are starting to accumulate fans, and fans are starting to tune in and pay attention to what it is that you do.
But
They're, they're
that's
going to
some
see the growth.
not to cut you out, but that's the one of the things that I learned from watching some of my peers. They don't interact with
They're fans.
the. I'm like, wow, man, like this person is really saying that they took the time out to watch your craft, and you can't even say thank you.
Yeah, two and
Like,
three times over, two and three
yeah,
times.
bro, yeah, I
Yeah.
try. I promise, if I've missed somebody, please watch Black Script podcast. I thank you, because I try to reply back to everybody,
Yeah.
and just to say thank you, whether negative or good. I
Right.
don't, because it's subjective art that we do.
Right.
Your podcast is subjective. They might a million may love you,
Yeah.
50,000 might not.
Right.
But at least we got 950,000 that's rocking with me. Out of the million. So it's just it goes the way it goes, and I learned that when I see people not being responsive to the people that really love them, and took the time out to go find your movie. I say, nah, I'm not gonna be that guy. I
Right.
say, I'm gonna respond to all that. If
Yeah.
everything I see. So a part of my day is just part of my lunch break. It's just taking probably an hour to an
Mhm.
hour and a half out the day just
Mhm.
to say thank you.
Yes.
That's part of the 24 hours, brother. You know?
And the I guess people don't realize the impact that that has,
Yes, man.
and is just like as if you were growing a business,
Mm-hmm.
or you were,
Yep.
you had something going on other than just,
Mhm.
showing up as you on social media.
Yes, sir.
These people are taking the time to respond to you and tell you
Yes,
you did an amazing job, or
yes
they're
sir.
saying that they love the film.
Yep.
Keep going. They give you some, some form of kudos or advice or
Yes, sir.
congratulations. Definitely take the time out of your day
Got
and
to, man.
thank them. Let them know what else is coming. You
Yes, sir.
know, also tell them, hey, if you like this, please be sure to follow me, and
Yes,
I
sir.
will keep you posted on all of the projects that I have
Sir.
lined up.
Yeah,
Um, if you want to join my mailing list,
yeah.
you know,
I learned all that from watching y'all, brother. Y'all
yes,
podcasts, and
yeah,
I'm a podcast watching dude, bro. And now you will be followed. You will be added to the list.
absolutely,
Cause I see that you had a Texas guy on there, and then you got another Texas guy say, "Oh, he
yeah.
coming way down here to get us. Let's go." I don't know where you from. You might,
Hey,
but like
I'm reaching out all across the country, bro, and I'm trying to take this international at some point to where I'm talking to a lot of the British actors, actors in Africa, Nigeria. I'm trying to make this reach
from
everywhere, and
from
and
me to
bring
you, from me
bring
to you,
all
brother.
actors of color together. You
From
know what
me
I'm
to
saying?
you, brother. From me to you, I hope I pray that you reach your goal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if there's anything I can do to help you succeed, that man, you let Jess or me know. You have her number. Because you got great content, brother. Like I said and watched the Tyrone. I like, man, my boy, he got great questions. I can't wait to sit down with him. So I'm
Yeah,
like, man, bro, this is a platform that you giving Gotti to just. I mean, I'm sorry, Jermarcus.
right. Look.
Explain, yeah, to explain and really in almost all of your interviews have gems in them
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you can just pick out, put in your bag.
right,
Okay, I heard him say that. I'm gonna go try that, or I'm gonna go watch that.
right.
Oh man, I didn't know that about that guy. Or man, I'm gonna go follow now.
Yeah,
Just from your questions that you ask. It's not the basic. Just from number one, who are you? Like,
right.
bro, a lot of people don't know who they are.
Exactly. And
You
that's
know.
like I like to touch on these things because for one, I want to come straight out the gate and humanize you.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of times when people watch these interviews, and they see, they watch other interviews of major stars, they're so enamored with the celebrity, they don't really know who the actual person is. They, like, to your point, they believe the character. They
Yes,
don't
sir.
believe the person. And
Yeah.
so you want to start straight out the gate with who is the person.
Yes,
And
sir.
then once you get to know who the person is, now take me along in your journey and tell me how you got here and what are some of the things that you picked up along the way that helped you,
Yes,
because
sir.
there's always going to be somebody that
Right.
listens,
Right.
that is, it may not be the same journey, may not be the same path,
Right. Right.
but there's always another you, another Jermarcus,
Yes,
uh,
sir.
that's listening, and they're paying attention, and
Yes,
they
sir.
want to know what it is that you did, because maybe these are things that they never thought of, uh,
Right.
you know,
Right.
considered.
Right.
And
Right.
so, yeah, I most definitely want to put those things out there, but I like to ask questions from a curiosity standpoint, and to try to dig a little deeper and
Yeah.
allow you to speak to your experience and tell the world what your experience is, because at the end of the day, everybody's experience is different, and I can have the same questions for everybody if I wanted,
Right. Right.
but I feel like
Right.
sometimes it's important to touch on different things, for one, based on the conversation, and then for
Yes.
two, it might be information that I might have missed in another interview, and
Yes,
say,
sir.
okay, the next time I talk to an actor, I'm going to ask them this. If
Yes,
this
sir.
is part of their background, I want to be sure to ask them this because I
You're a
missed.
student of the game.
Yeah.
You're a student of the game, man. And Black Script, man, it's a platform that I never heard of. I said, Jess, we need a platform that got actors on it. And she
Yep.
said, okay, I get to looking. And she found you.
Yep.
And when she sent over, some talking points from the very first question, I was like, I can't wait because Lord, they think I'm Gotti for real, bro.
Right.
Like, no, man, I don't sell drugs in real life, man. I'm a father, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
get brought to my knees by a 7-year-old girl. My daughter take me down, bro. Like,
Right.
can't even know she run the show, So I'm glad you humanize us, man, and
Yeah.
and I hope everybody that comes to your platform is prepared to be humanized,
Yeah.
because I do not want to be labeled as a celebrity. That's why I take the time to just say thank you.
Hmm.
If you follow me, I'm probably gonna follow back. That's just how that go.
Right.
Because I really don't scroll people pages,
Hmm.
but if you never know who's gonna motivate you for the day, you never know who's gonna drop a gem, because we all have different mornings,
Yeah.
and I was thinking just before, I know we probably been on here. The other day I was like, man, I always grew up thinking that the game of chess was the game of life. But
Hmm.
I'm like, brother, it can't be, because we don't all start off with the same pieces.
Mm.
We don't all start
No,
off at the same point.
no, we don't.
We grass rooted, really. You got to get it out that dirt.
Right.
So a part of me getting out the dirt is watching other people say that don't respond to their audience. Like, man, why are you not saying thank you to? I don't care if it's just the fellas. You
Hmm.
may have a wife that you can't really say much to the women, but you
Right.
can say thank you,
Right.
because the person that you choose for this journey, brother, better be ready. If you look like a Gotti, if you talk and like that guy,
Yeah.
it's gonna attract females. It's gonna
Yes.
attract
Yes.
women.
Most
So
definitely.
your person has to be rooted in knowing that's his job.
Hmm.
That's just what he do. When he come home, he's different.
Right.
He don't entertain none of that. He says what he said, and they know I would call a woman pretty, beautiful, whatever, just because we don't know what kind of day that they're having.
Right. It
But
doesn't
I know
mean that you
they,
mean it in a different way.
yeah, that don't mean I mean it in no other way. And I know that person from watching how they post. They got up, got the kids ready for school, went to work, came home, put the kids to bed, and turned on my movie. So
Mhm.
all I can do is say thank you.
Yeah.
If nothing else, they went out and couldn't wait to get home to get the kids to sleep, so they can just watch me and the cast and the right. Like, bro, to me, that man, that's so. I can't find no. I don't want to say humbling, because it just it's gratifying, bro. Like you did all that for me. Like you took the time to watch, not once, not twice, but 3, 4 times. Then you took the time to DM or comment to tell me how you liked it or loved it, and you can't wait for part 2. And then not only did you do that, you shared it.
Yeah.
And now you follow everything that I do.
You got
So
me.
it holds me to a level of a nut. I already got hard on myself. But
Mm,
now it shows like, hey man, you really gotta watch what you say. You really can't be too opinionated on things that are of high dialect, like politics, religion. You can't don't I don't even speak on sports no more.
mm.
Because I don't, I don't the back and forth.
Yeah.
We don't have time for it. Like
Right.
I'm a Kobe fan. And MJ is the GOAT. Okay, we done with that.
Right.
LeBron's the GOAT. Okay, we done with that. They're great.
Yeah.
I leave it at that. They were all great in their time. That's what I'm trying to be in my time. I'm
Right.
trying to be great, and you cannot be great. I mean, you can be great, but you cannot be remembered
Mm.
without interacting with the people who are waiting on you, buying tickets, sharing your story, coming to watch podcasts of you to see who you really are. And yeah, I want to be remembered like that. Like, man, that guy, he was up there, but he will also walked amongst the people.
Yeah.
Because when you can get so far up there, then you go back to your neighborhood, they rob you. Because you acting like
You never reach back. You never.
yeah, you acting like you way up there. I will never do that.
Yeah.
Well, I got $1 or 100,000. You'll never know.
Right.
You'll never know, brother. And I try to keep people level headed. Like, man, just watch what I do,
Mm.
because I'm going to respond back to the people who logged on, first went to work, then came home, logged on, sat down, watched the movie, then told us how good or bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your time. Like for you, brother, you probably, I don't know what you do, but you took your time to give me an hour.
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because just like you're
Yeah.
passionate and I'm passionate.
Yes, sir.
I'm equally as passionate. I
I
show
can
up.
tell.
I show up for every interview. I
I
show
can
up
tell.
prepared. I show up with a new set of questions. I show up willing to listen and to allow my guests to share their experience. Um,
Please do not forget your professionalism. Bro,
oh,
that's one of the things. Your behind the scenes professionalism was amazing.
thank you.
Because we didn't have to chase you for an answer.
Yeah.
You were right on time with it. And if you were late on something, I think it was a link. You was doing one of a podcast. He was like,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna send a link to Jess. Was like, he was gonna send a link, and then you said, I'm sorry, I didn't get this to you. Bro, you took the time to apologize.
Oh
So I
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
this is great, man. Like, I can't wait to sit down and talk to him. You know what I mean?
Right. And this is who I am as a
Yeah.
person outside of this period.
Right,
That's
for
just
sure.
that's just who I am. But I will say this as it pertains to being in this industry
Hmm.
is one thing that you have to remember is the person you see on your way up
Hmm.
is the same people you're gonna see on your way down. And you don't know who you're gonna interact with in between. So
Yes, sir.
you never want to burn bridges. You always want to humble yourself.
Yes,
You
sir.
always want to be professional and polite, and you never know who's going to be your boss or who's going to be in charge of said project or who you're going to be who you're going to be working alongside of.
Yeah, man.
And
That,
so you can't, there's no room for negativity and
but and
unprofessionalism.
that goes back to the elevator. The
Yeah.
elevator go how many ways? Two.
Hey, and at the same time, we're going to stop off on one of these floors and let you
Yeah.
walk. If
And it can either your elevator can, when you get up there,
yeah.
your elevator can come back down slow
Right.
or all the way boom, but it's gonna come back down. You can't do this forever.
No, you can't. You
But
can't.
how will you be remembered on your way up and on your way back down?
And the legacy you leave behind on
And,
the way.
and that hyphen between the dates
Yes, sir.
on that obituary,
Yes, sir.
that's what you leave behind. So
Absolutely.
whatever I tell my babies, Whatever, when the day you leave, the only thing gonna stay here is how you were when you were here.
Yeah.
And they gonna remember that forever and a day. And I thank God for these podcasts. I thank God for people like you that I can, if I was gone today, my babies can look back and they heard daddy tell who he was
Absolutely.
amongst the people that knew who he was. They tell their story, but I heard it from daddy first. And they can, if they was sitting right here, they would say, yeah, he's that. You know, because there are people out there who know me from a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get on these apps pretending to be like you're something you're not.
Right.
Because you will be humbled by those who know.
Yeah. That's
And all it takes is a post.
yeah, they will
Boy,
expose
yeah, boy. Hey, man, like my boy, one of my boys, just to get back to knee deep before you let me go. He saw the scene where I was, kissing on, the sex scene.
you. Yeah.
This guy gonna post, boy, you been doing that since the 7th grade. I said, man, I got to send you an NDA, man. You can't. He said, hey, bro, you banned, bro. I'm about to
Right.
block you. You know what I mean? Like, and then when they saw that, well, my DM went crazy. Like,
That's
you
crazy.
really, because he was like, boy, you been kissing feet since you was in the 7th grade.
That
I
is
said, only him, though. Only that guy would put, my dude, Devin Hughes, man.
man.
Only him, bro. Like,
You're gonna get a lot more of that, man,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And as the roles grow and progress, you have more love scenes. I'm sure that you're definitely going to get a lot more of that.
Yeah, definitely got to get back in the gym. Get my stomach down.
Hey, man.
Like a daddy.
But sometimes we need these dad bods, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But let me ask you, what's next for Jermarcus Hartsfield, man? What's next for you?
All right, so we got Deeper, of course. That's the sequel to Knee Deep 2. We started filming it. I think the word came down like March.
Okay.
I got a stage play coming up in Houston, Texas, February 24th. At the University of Houston,
Mm-hmm.
South Theater Center. I got Lord Jesus. I got Christmas with the Fam that I'm filming right now.
Wow.
So that's a holiday thing that'll probably come out around that time. The director, writer Keegan Black. I probably said his name wrong, but he's another strong presence. I don't know if you ever seen Mojo Savage, but
No.
that's the drop spot, Mojo Savage. If you ever run across those, he was on top of that, man. He's definitely entered into this game with those two movies alone.
Okay.
Out here in the DFW area. And then it's just the award show we have in March.
Yeah.
Man, and it's so much on the calendar, bro. If we'll be here another 30 minutes.
No,
I'm
you
just trying to
good.
get the big things, like it's something else that they're talking about now, but the movie's not even out yet. But
Okay.
they're talking about turning it into a series, and we should be doing that in the fall. So
Oh,
I want the movie to come out,
yeah.
like, cause it's like it's one of them ones that's gonna take you
Take
to the
off.
next floor.
Yeah, take off.
Like,
Yeah.
so when you do something and you look like everything to be totally transparent, and I try to be. When I looked at Knee Deep at the very beginning, I didn't know what it would do. Like, I didn't come in cocky like, man, when I do this gonna get me there.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm like, man, I hope that the people like what I did, because that was my first leading role.
Right. Right.
And you kind of like, man, I hope. But when I walked into the theater for the premiere
Mm-hmm.
and saw it packed, I said, oh wow. If this many people came from this area, I can't wait to see what it do on Tubi or wherever, on Amazon, Peacock. It's all over the place, but we use Tubi for a go-to.
Mm-hmm.
And man, when they hit Tubi on December 18th,
Mm.
oh, that next day, bro. Today when we woke up, 30 days ago, I saw what Gotti and that cast and crew done. I
Right.
said, wow,
Yeah.
like this is, I go from what maybe my TikTok was at 6,000, maybe 6,000 followers, and now it's like at 8,007 something. Like it's crazy, bro. I don't. I'm like, wow, they really love it, man, and it's just. I still wake up every day trying to do something. But when people ask me how do I feel, like I told you, we was raised by Kobe and MJ and all the people that went in that gym and worked and worked and worked. That's pressure to me now
Oh
because
yeah.
deeper is the sequel got to be better
Right.
to me. I
Right.
can't come back with the same energy, so I have to retool. I have to go back to classes, back to character development, back to getting better and better breathing, walking, doing everything it takes to make it, bro. It's a lot that goes on off camera because what you do off camera shows up
On
on
camera.
camera.
Yeah.
If you do hard drugs, the camera gonna show, man, that's him. You know, like if you don't study, you don't go to class, the acting will show.
Yes.
Oh, man, he didn't. I don't never want to be a used to be.
Right.
When I start something, I don't never want to be a used to be. I don't. Even when Miss Cicely Tyson, God rest her soul, did it till she was 90 something, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
And if that's in the alignment for me, then that's what it is. But for right now in this moment, I'm just enjoying sitting down with men like you, bro, and just having a real conversation because I am not Gotti. Like I'm Jermarcus. Like come on and just see what's next. Like I'm gonna always let you know, but I have to be for certain it's coming. So a
Absolutely.
lot of things that I want to say, like bro, this coming out.
No,
I'm just an
time.
actor.
Right. Time will tell.
Yeah, yeah,
And also as more roles come your way and they become
yes, sir.
official,
Yes,
and
sir.
once the project is done, it's a wrap,
Yep.
or it's out, feel free to always reach back and say, "Hey, Black Script, we got to
What?
we got to get another interview."
I'm coming, bro.
Yeah.
You better know you on the list. Like you better know you done been added, bro. Like
Yeah.
this ain't.
Sure.
I know this ain't no one time thing for us, bro.
Oh no, no, no.
Because I can tell you're genuine about what you do, just as I am genuine about what I do. Like
Yes.
you're not asking quick. Your behind the scenes work. Like I say, you was prepared behind the scenes before you even hit record.
Mhm.
I'm like, man, this guy sent over this. Oh, okay. I'm about to have fun with this. Like,
Yeah, and
you the first person to do it.
ask way more questions than I even had
Yeah.
written down, man.
Yeah.
And that a lot of what I like is, of course, it's always good to have a baseline,
Yeah.
but you never know where the conversation is going to go. And
Right.
so on top of having that baseline that you can always fall back on if you need to,
Yes,
but
sir.
it's way more easier when we can just sit here and have a conversation
Yes, sir.
and just let it take us wherever it leads us to.
I
And
can't wait to see this one, bro.
yeah, that's what happened today, man. And I thoroughly enjoyed this interview
Thank
for
you.
sure, man.
Thank you, man.
Um, uh, Usually at the end, I like to give each guest the opportunity to give a final word, and that's whether it's words of encouragement, advice, or
Okay.
a quote that they like to live by. So either any of those three, feel free, man.
I always like advice. Um, if you in this and to any in aspiring, right? Yeah, aspiring children out there that want to do this, understand. To all of the cousins and the friends that just see that, oh, if he doing that, I can do that. If he on Tubi, because they always ask you, how can I be in the Tubi movie? That's not, no, bro. That's not how that works. Like, that's
Right,
just a platform that the movie's on.
right,
You got to be the actor first. And if you want to be on a Tubi movie, if that's what you want to call it, then go to work, get in the gym, go to acting classes. It's not. This is not as easy as it running. This I'm running a business, pretty
Yeah,
much. I'm a brand.
you are.
I am a brand, and when you are a brand, you really have to walk it. You have to believe in it, and you have to keep God at the center.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that my quote that I always live by to keep me grounded is the top of one mountain is just the bottom of the next.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a constant climb for
Yes.
me. I'm never satisfied. I don't care how many projects I drop. I'm looking to be better than the one before.
Yes.
And that's the only way to keep your work going. Like, and if and I will leave with my people that I always say the least of those who started at the bottom. For you, the only way out is through.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going through hell, never stop. Cause why would we stop in hell?
Right.
Just
Right.
keep going, brother, sister. Just keep going. The bottom of one mountain is just the top of one mountain is just the bottom of the next one. So
Mm-hmm.
keep climbing, keep getting better, and always, find your purpose. Because shockingly, my purpose found me, and you know, just to leave with a story, because I will say this: there's a part of Gotti that is true. I was doing certain things, and I remember my parents went on a cruise, and I went to their home, house sit or whatever. I just snuck in while they were gone, really. And I just remember falling to my knees, man, and said, God, it got to be a better way to do this part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was crying tears, bro, because I was tired of going up and down the highways, doing what I was doing. Like, man, this don't last forever. All it takes is one time, one cop, one something to go wrong, and I don't have a legacy for my kids. And I promise you, the next day, Corte came.
Wow.
I met the girl, and then probably about a week into meeting her, I met Corte,
Man.
and it was that stage play that changed it all, bro. Cause from that stage play, I met DeMarcus Bailey, and he put me and he said, "Hey, I got my eye on you." Then he kept his word. He put me in two other movies that's on Tubi, Love and Drugs 2 and Love and Drugs 3. There also is a Love and Drugs 1, but he didn't catch me until
It's
2
a
and 3.
mm-hmm.
So right now, what's out on Tubi for me is Love and Drugs 2, Love and Drugs 3. Of course, watch 1 so you can see where the story go. And knee deep. And just with those 3 alone for me, that guy right there with the crosses in his head is the first character that they knew, which was Kenny from Love and Drugs. And they was like, that boy a damn fool. And now they got it. Oh my God, I love him. It gotta be some truth to that. It is some truth to that. So it definitely for the person who said that, for me to embody that, there was a part of my life where I can say it now because I ain't doing it no more. Where I was like that. So um it was kind of not easy to embody Gotti because I never had a leading role,
Mm-hmm.
but it was easy to be coached by the director. Because really and truly all I had to do was just learn from my experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all you are, what you've been through in life. That's
Right.
how we are. Our experiences and how we overcame them, especially we're still breathing.
Absolutely.
That's what makes us who we are, our experiences. Nothing less, nothing more. Um, and that's it for me, brother. Thank you for having me,
Yeah, man.
um, and for
Thank
being
you.
professional. 'Cause Lord.
Thank you so much, man. I truly appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing your experience, and explaining your journey and sharing your journey with us all. And just like I tell everybody else that I speak to, I'm rooting from you. I'm rooting for you from the sidelines. I'm going to keep an eye on your career, on your status, see what's happening, and
Likewise.
if there's
Likewise.
anything that I can do to help promote or put you in a better light. If there's any jobs that I know about, that come my way, and I'm like, hey, I know Jermarcus could be perfect for this.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, I tell this to everybody, but yes, I would definitely look out, and because I'm all about reaching back and lifting up, because we need more of us in this industry.
Sure.
We need more of us in the forefront, and we need
Yes, sir.
a platform like TheBlkScript to be able
Yes,
to
sir.
showcase and highlight that, and let people know what it is that's happening all across this country, as it pertains to TV and film, for
You
people.
got any? You got any of those hoodies? Man, I can put one in the movie.
So I don't, but I
You don't?
would. I can get them made.
Okay.
I only have one hat. I only have one hoodie right now.
I don't care what it is, brother. Just whatever I gotta pay. Just let Jess know. I want to put it in a movie to get it out there and like, man, what's that? Because I just what it is. I like it. Like
I
for what
appreciate that,
I,
and
I
it
love it,
also
bro. Like
says the TheBlkScript on the side too.
as long
Um,
as you clear me the word, I'll put it
yeah,
on, man, and
most definitely.
promote your brand. And it's so it might not be. I might need a T-shirt by the time we film deeper, or a hat, or anything. But I definitely want to promote it. And do my last question: do you mind if I send people your way?
I don't mind.
Okay.
So yes, please do. I will preface that by saying that the people that you send my way, it's okay if they're aspiring. I like it if they do already have somewhat of a history of
Sure.
things that they've done, so that way I can actually formulate questions around what it is that they're trying
Right.
to do.
Okay.
Um, but yes, male, female, the actors, directors,
Yes, sir.
writers. I'm trying to showcase all people of color that are within TV and film. Ladies and gentlemen, Jermarcus Hartsfield Sr.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. We out.